Ready. Play.
Estoril again. We meet again, Mr. Bond, or Mr. Kust, I should probably say.
Yeah, Mr. Water and Mr.
It's 7 o'clock, by the way.
More or less, yeah.
PM, by the way. I want to add.
It could be mistaken for 7 a.m. with the lighting, yeah, sure.
So, we have a match tomorrow that I want to speak about. We may speak about one or two other things as well. But it's going to be between Jong, Jesper de Jong, not to be confused with the Dutch midfielder, which I think you did a joke on once, right? Did you not, in a WhatsApp group or something, make a joke about that?
I think I did a joke on Frankie, yeah, but because he was doing well recently. But there's also Nigel, there's Luke. Nigel is probably my favorite from my days.
Nigel is the midfielder as well that
for
did
City.
for
City.
Yeah, and you did the big kung fu kick on,
Sure,
right?
yeah, you're right.
That was missed by a British referee, bald guy who's now retired, whose name escapes me.
Howard Webb.
Howard Webb, thank you very much. Anyway, talking football, Tick. Let's talk tennis and let's talk Joao Fonseca against de Jong, which is going to be last on tomorrow evening. I don't know if you have. By the way, will that make any difference? I guess no, in terms of.
Could be a bit slower. I mean, if so, good for Jesper. But also we'll see what the conditions are like. I think Steve, a friend of ours, told us that basically the weather is going to be a bit rough for the next few days. It wasn't too sunny today, only really only the last match. So yeah, depends on maybe more the sun and how hot it is rather than actually the time of the day.
Okay. What else could de Jong do to potentially get in this match? Because he's obviously a huge underdog.
I mean, I think it's mostly about the adjustment for Joao coming from Madrid and, the altitude and how he's going to get to these courts. He played 2 days here already, so I guess in that part, he's got decent prep. Jesper probably actually has practiced less, I would assume. But yeah, I mean, de Jong, he has a pretty heavy forehand himself. I think in a match like this, where nobody is maybe thinking that he's going to win, he could actually succeed. He's got a lot of good options, serve and volleying as well.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, so he's been throwing this in a lot more this season, especially successful in Montpellier when he had that semi-final run. But I think he's been doing that a ton, especially in matches where he doesn't feel like he can quite compete off the ground. So I think maybe that's also going to be a strategy. Just take the strengths away from Joao. It's a fair shot. I still think it's more, though, the adjustment of Fonseca and how his timing is going to look on these courts.
I wasn't sure if I was clutching at straws today when Enrique Rocha did 2 serve and volleys, I think, during their practice set, a practice set that Rocha lost 6-2. But he did 2 serve and volleys, and I thought, wow, okay, that's something maybe. On a first serve you might be able to do against Joao, but you've obviously got to have that in your toolbox. So maybe he'll lean on it a bit tomorrow.
Could even do it after the second on the kicker. Yeah, I think Montpellier, if someone watched his run there, the semi-final, that was pure, well, not purely, but he was doing that a ton and really just breaking the rhythm of these
slow clay
players.
Makes it.
I mean, Montpellier is pretty slow indoors. I think he's been trying that on clay as well. Obviously a pretty weird season for Jesper because he's either losing in the opening round or getting really deep, but at the same time still top 100 and yeah, he's got a fair shot. I mean, I can't say he's not going to have any chances. Joao played one match here last year, of course. We both watched it against Jan Choinski, the legend. And it was, a lot of good shots, a lot of brilliant pieces, but actually also plenty of course, unforced errors and just overhitting.
He's a year further, though, down his develop now, so he's a heavy favourite, right?
I mean, yeah, if you look at his losses this season, I mean, he's only really losing to elite guys and most of them just grinders, right? I don't know, recently, of course, Deminor Paul. Sonego, I guess, a different one. He kind of outplayed him and outpowered him.
5 sets, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5. It was
5.
Yeah, in Australia.
Then you also had, of course, Humbert against someone who really took the game to him in terms of the power. I'm not really sure Joao just hasn't lost a match like this year, I suppose. Draper, another example. So he's only really losing to top guys recently. It's going to be difficult, but maybe a slower clay court is where he can still just, I don't know, engage in a battle that's not going to be fruitful for him in terms of just, overplaying stuff.
Yeah, right. You're not concerned then about that performance stroke loss against Tommy Paul?
No, not really. I mean, 2 set points in both sets. Easily could have won that. If he has a bit more experience, he probably does. And, pacing himself kind of is still an issue for Joao for sure. But yeah, it was a very similar loss to the minor one in Miami. Just outclutched by a very good, very athletic, very fast player. And there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But soon enough, we would expect Joao to start winning matches like that.
Yeah, right. The forehand, I know it's been said before, but today it looked effective, whereas yesterday at times in practice against Borges, it was more inconsistent. And yeah, there was a few funny expressions from Rocha today. I think he hadn't quite experienced an opponent quite like that before.
Well, I mean, he's played some Basilashvili or I don't know, Monfils.
But I wonder
last year.
where was the ball going when he played Basilashvili? Was it landing in?
Actually, I think they had a very good match, so it was landing in at least a little bit. I think it was Basilashvili whom he beat for his first challenger title last year.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, obviously the Fonseca forehand, if you watch it live, it's going to be even more crazy and just the fun there. Last year we already had that experience. I think this time it's probably going to be even more.
The bad news for Rocha is that he's in the same half as Joao, but the good news is that there's a few matches down the road, and Rocha will have to beat Joao, among others, before he gets there. Felix is in the same half as Joao as well. So, yeah, I mean, basically it's Joao and Pedro on either side of the draw. That may well be the most likely final. I mean, Felix might have something to say about that. Nuno Borges as well. Go on.
Yeah, I think Nuno is like important not to forget he's there.
Sure.
Pedro Martinez, yeah, sure, he's had some fine moments this season, but I don't know, I'm just like not like, you know, instantly thinking, oh yeah, this guy's gonna win 4 matches here for sure. Felix is such a riddle, right? I mean, this is gonna be his first challenger since January 2019. Honestly, he might as well win it, but at the same time, the recent matches in play, he lost to Navone, he lost to Altmaier, and I'm forgetting who he lost to in Madrid, but yeah, pretty much.
Lost to...
Oh, Juan Macerundolo.
Yeah, Juan. Oh, wow. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, but there we are. All right, well, listen, so I think basically what we're saying regarding Joao Fonseca's match tomorrow against De Jong is that he could lose, but he probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, that's
breaking news. That's the
so
kind of
random.
analysis you need. Yeah, but we're looking at a sort of 85-15.
Probably. I mean, if he loses the matches, probably have more to do with his level, his timing. He's struggling to adjust than Jesper doing much. But yeah, I mean, De Jong could definitely help him out, let's say, and push him over that edge.
But Jesper, if you are watching, or your coach, don't lean on that serve and volley, maybe even more than you might previously have done.
I think he should, yeah, totally. I don't know if this is something actually that was introduced now in his game, or if he did that with the previous coach. Probably less so, but yeah, I think he will. Considering his most recent matches, you know, when you watched him, Rublev in Barcelona, for example, maybe he didn't really like have any shot. But I think a few matches this year where he was, you know, not exactly the favorite. Maybe Griekspoor is a good example in Montpellier, or like second round, I don't remember who he played there. I think he definitely played it smart in kind of like knowing when to trust his heavy forehand, heavy ground strokes, and when to kind of step away from it.
As I watched Jan Leonard practice today as well, I was thinking, well, there's a guy who can serve volley as well. So depending on his hip and all sorts of other things, form as well, maybe he can get in that conversation as a potential finalist. But that's a chat for another time.
Got Kecmanovic playing him though.
Yeah, of course. There's loads of things in the way.
Runner-up of this event, of course, when it was still 215, 2023. I did watch a bit of Kecmanovic practice today. I mean, in practice, he looks like he can, you know, just smash through the ball with confidence. In matches, sometimes it goes away.
Indeed.
We'll see. Who was he practicing with, though? I don't remember now. Was it like Yannick Hanfmann, maybe? I think it was an
Yeah, I think they were practicing. Yeah, indeed. All right, okay, that's the Fonseca against De Jong preview tick. And, yeah, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'm sure you'll get a reminder to do that right now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well,
Let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.